Hello, my name is Cundy-Priebe, and I decided to research the Bosnian Genocide, which I've also seen it called as Srebrenica Massacre. I will be referring to it as the Bosnian Genocide, as that is what it was titled when it was given to me. But going forward, it is also known as the Srebrenica Massacre. Okay, so people that were targeted were Bosniak, or otherwise known as Muslim, men and women. Men were killed, and women and children were used and abused, as well as put in concentration camps. Both groups were being prosecuted by the Bosnian Serbs. The main difference between these two groups of people is religion, as far as I could tell. The Bosnian Serbs in power used religion as the distinction between us and them. They weren't of the same religious affiliation. They used it as an excuse to gain more land, as well as push out or kill the Bosniak people. The conflict, I feel, likely stemmed from the growing tensions between the surrounding countries. Slovenia, Croatia, and Serbia all became separate recently before, and the nations, as a result of a war that was waged by Serbia as well as some other countries, they fought, and at the end of it, due to that war, Serbia wanted more space for the people that they felt were worth more and aligned more with their beliefs and values. I believe the term ethnic cleansing fits with the Bosnia genocide. While a large number of people were killed, even more were displaced, put into concentration camps, and while the amount of people killed and pushed out of their homes, all of these because of their beliefs. All that to say, yes, I believe this tragedy was an ethnic cleansing with the way they wanted specifically Muslims to be pushed out. It started in around 1992. Sources varied on exactly when, but NATO officially called it an end to it in around 1995. Again, the months or days vary. Around 7,000 to 8,000 bodies were identified from mass graves made by the Bosnian Serbs forces, and some of the men who were named responsible for the genocide were found guilty of war crimes and crimes against humanity, as well as some other minor crimes, but those were the main ones I could find. The social conflict patterns that I was able to identify relate to the Bosnian genocide are expulsion and segregation. The way they used expulsion was that they forced the Bosniak people, specifically children and women, to leave their homes or to die. Then they killed men anyway. They used segregation and put the women and children in concentration camps, and more than often than not, those people were abused. Looking into the migration numbers and where they went after that, I wasn't able to find any data. I searched for a while, and there was no particular number I was able to find. Most sources just said that they left the country or they left their home. That could possibly point to the fact that they just moved within Bosnia, but I'm not able to give you an accurate number on that. Some organizations that helped were NATO, who officially said that the genocide was over. The UN Security Council made the International Criminal Tribunal for Yugoslavia, or ICIY. The ICIY held trials to prosecute those they found guilty of the genocide. Another one, it was the Croatian army, who sometimes helped out the Bosniak people when they needed to, but not often. The Dutch peacekeeping forces kept Bosniaks safe in designated areas, but they ended up getting defeated by the Bosnian Serbs and weren't able to hold up the fort and keep them safe for very long. The thing I found most significant was the reason for the genocide being so simple yet so impactful. I have a hard time understanding how people are prosecuted because of their religion. It seems very unthinkable to me. I don't understand how that could be something to wage a war over and do such terrible things because of it. So many people were murdered or displaced simply for being Muslims, which I don't think I'm capable of understanding.